know what this might at some point be like this.
This is good.
No.
I'm glad you said something about the mouse.
I just shared it with you, so you're on.
Oh, yeah,
We're
okay,
on.
I'm good, yeah, thank you all.
So, at a meeting.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you.
I got the right one, because I have more than one of those, like in my thing, that might be for a different one.
Okay, are we ready? In the back? I'll just wait. Are you ready? I'm looking to the TAC table. Yes, okay. I'm calling to order this regular meeting of the Town of Gibsons Council on January 6, 2026 at 3:31 p.m. And we're honored to be gathered on the traditional territory of the Skokomish Nation. First, we need to approve the agenda, moved by Councillor Kroll, seconded by Councillor DeAndrade. All those in favor? The agenda is approved, and now we have minutes of December 10th, 2025. Regular council, moved by Councillor DeAndrade, seconded Councillor Kroll. All those in favor? The motion carries. And we have a motion to close to start things off, and I apologize to the members of the public for that. It's because we're expecting more people to start coming in as this meeting goes on for some reason. So we want to get this, we want to minimize the people we have to shuffle out and back in. So sorry about that. I hope maybe there's some chairs out there. There must be, yeah. Since we're expecting a public hearing. So that recommendation is to close the meeting in accordance with 91A, E, and K of the Community Charter. Moved by Councillor Kroll, seconded by Councillor Lumley. All those in favor? The motion carries. Where's the pub? Starting to line up, I see more bodies gathering. No, I just wanted to make sure the door was, oh, no, it's doing nothing again. We didn't have the door open.
Just gonna take that. So they just did this report from the camera. Now they have some different things.
We are back on the in-camera session, and I'll go to the Need to use my mic. We're back from the in-camera session, and I will just turn to our corporate officer to report out from some decisions that were made there.
Thank you, Mayor White. The following motions were made during the in-camera. The recommendation or motion by Councillor D'Andrade, seconded by Councillor Thompson, that Louise Alanian be appointed as youth representative to council for the 2025 to 2026 school year, and that Min-Soo Dodge be appointed as alternate youth representative to council for the 2025 to 2026 school year. That was carried. Another motion was made by Councillor D'Andrade, seconded by Councillor Thompson, that staff be authorized to enter into an agreement for services for geographic information service between the town of Gibsons and the SCRD for a 5-year term, and that the delegated authorities be authorized to execute the proposed mapping service agreement, and that was carried. A third item, moved by Councillor Kroll, seconded by Councillor Lumley, that the Mayor and Director of Corporate and Legislative Services be authorized to execute the 2026, 2031 license to occupy between the town of Gibsons and the Gibsons Lion Cup. Carried.
Thank you. Now we are moving to item 7 on our agenda, which is bylaws. We have 3 bylaws to look at. The first is the delegation of authority bylaw for adoption. So we've already passed 3 readings of this. Moved by Councillor Kroll for adoption, seconded by Councillor Thompson. Any discussion? Councillor D'Andrade.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to verbalize that I agree with the majority of the bylaw. It's just some aspects of the bylaw regarding minor variance that I'm a little bit concerned. So, and I expressed this before. But.
Okay, thank you. So hence your vote, probably. That's what you're telling us. So all those in favor? All those opposed? The motion carries. And now another motion for adoption that's been passed for 3 readings already, which is the Gibsons and District Fire Commission bylaw. Moved by Councillor Kroll, seconded by Councillor D'Andrade. Any discussion on this one? All those in favor? The motion carries. And the third bylaw is 7.3, which is regarding 702 Gibsons Way. And there's options on pages 4 and 5 of the staff report for this one. Maybe I'll go to planning to elaborate on this a bit.
The purpose of this report is to present the rezoning application for 702 Gibsons Way to council for final adoption and to seek a decision on the form and character development permit. This application was last seen by council in February 2025, and at that time the zoning bylaw was given 3rd reading and adoption subject to 2 items. Number 1, dedicating a 5-meter wide road at the north end of the property, and number 2, registering a covenant on title requiring sprinklers if the driveway access is less than 6 meters wide. Since that time, the required 5-meter road dedication has been provided and the sprinkler covenant has been registered on title. The applicant has been advised of the forthcoming zoning bylaw update, which would replace this new zone. However, proceeding under this zoning amendment provides the path to issue the form and character development permit, and this would allow the application to advance to the building permit stage instead of restarting under the new OCP form and character guidelines. Council consideration of this report represents the final step in the rezoning and development permit approval process, including adoption of zoning amendment bylaw number 1065-84 and authorization for issuance of development permit DP 2023-14. Authorization of this development permit gives the applicant 2 years to commence construction under this new permit. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Kroll, is there some questions first, or? No? Oh, you're moving it? Okay, yeah.
I'd like to move option 1.
Option 1, okay. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Lumley. Question, Councillor DeAndrade.
Thank you, Mayor. I have actually 2 questions. One regards to the setbacks, which I understand, but my question is, will the person who buy the unit be advised? Because right now there's these 2 trees and it looks like you have a setback, who knows, maybe in 5-10 years, but would the person be advised that eventually there will be a road there and maybe all these trees, whatever the garden, the little garden will be gone, and will be just attached to, I mean, is there a setback from the road to the wall, exterior wall? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I'm not sure what role we could have in advising. It was something that realtors would likely need to do research on as part of their jobs. But that's my, I'm just musing here, but I'll go to Annie.
Thank you, through the mayor. So the front property line setback in this form and character development permit shows, sorry, it's all in millimeters. It looks like it's about a 7.5 meter setback to the building from Gibsons Way. That's not what you're asking?
The rear, the road.
Oh, the
rear.
Sorry if I wasn't.
Oh, the rear set,
Well, this is one of these road dedication issues, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. Okay. What this allows, if council authorizes this development permit, they would be allowed to build as proposed in the development permit. They've already given the 5-meter road dedication at the rear. So if that leaves a 0 setback to the rear property line based on this development permit, then that's what they would get, because the development permit grants what is permitted under the existing drawings for a 2 years, essentially.
And that's on our record, and certainly if a realtor were to contact the town to ask about that, that's what we would tell them. We'd clarify. And as with any of those lots on that, I mean, this applies to other lots that have even already been developed along Gibsons Way, correct?
But just for me to better understand, so the wall of the exterior wall of the building will be here and the road dedication is right there. So is there any 1 meter setback? I'm just trying to have a sense.
The plans don't show exactly where the road dedication is, so I don't have that information right in front of me. But they would have to meet the zoning, or they would be able to build according to these plans. So if the road dedication is within this rear property line, within that 5 meters, then they could essentially build right up to that road dedication.
I have another question.
Another question? Go ahead.
Yeah.
We've got 40 minutes, so
Oh, thank nice.
burn it up.
Sorry, I got lost here. Well, in regards to the landscape, and I know there's just some, oh, sorry. It's just one of the ADP recommendations is to improve Gibson's Way streetscape. And I'm just trying to understand if the landscape plan involves improving Gibson's Way streetscape. Thank
I
you.
go to planning for that.
Through the mayor, so option one would be authorizing the development permit subject to the submission of the landscape plan. So we don't have it yet, but that can be a condition of the permit. It could be submission of the landscape plan to improve Gibson's Way, or however you want to phrase that. That can be a condition.
Well, I feel sympathetic, I just don't understand. Okay, first of all, I don't know if the landscape plan includes doing some improvements regardless, but also, it just extends, what does it really mean, Gibson's Way? It will be, I'm assuming just on their lot, right? So it's nothing to do with the town space, the town.
Through the mayor, so the landscape plan for a development permit is only on site. So any off-site works would be part of a servicing agreement, and they would be according to our bylaw standards. So in terms of improving the Gibson's Way streetscape, that could be something we would look at in terms of like what landscaping they're putting in place. But we would rely on our form and character development permit guidelines for that.
Further discussion or questions? All those in favor of the motion? The motion carries. And now we are going to recess this public meeting because we have a public hearing in about 40 minutes. So we've got a break before that too, but then we'll be going to our public hearing and we'll be resuming the regular meeting to look at third reading of our OCP and zoning bylaws. Thank you.